All right, y'all. Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Can anybody hear me?
Can they hit?
I can.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hit one if you can hear me. Give me a one in the chat if you can hear me.
Hey, what's up with you, LVZ?
That ain't nothing, man. Just another day, man. Just
Okay.
another
All
day.
right. I just want to make sure
Thank you.
YouTube is playing around with me tonight. Okay. Okay, good. All right, LVZ, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me, KD?
Loud and clear, Lisa.
Okay. All right. Maybe this one will work because people say they can hear me in the chat. So that's good. All right, y'all. Don't make this shit work.
We're gonna
All
make
praise
it
the
do
Most
what
High
it do.
tonight.
Yeah.
All praise the Most High tonight.
Yeah, no.
Oh man, we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to talk about.
You mean a bunch of foolery to talk about, Lisa?
Oh man, some of it's funny. I think you'll enjoy a lot of the articles that I have for tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely a bunch of foolery going on, and a bunch of it is just laughable, like you said.
All right, y'all. Before I get started, can everybody see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
I can see it.
I can see it.
Okay. All right. All right, y'all. Let's get started. Okay, good, good, good. Okay, y'all. Eric Trump, you know, the son that looks like Wolfgang, went,
Wolfgang von Trump.
yeah, went to a Chicago bar, and when he was getting ready to order, his waitress spat on his ass. He got spitted on by his waitress, right? So, of course, he came out. It was disgusting and disrespectful. I was never treated this way in my life. Okay. Now it gets even funnier, right? They start a GoFundMe for the waitress.
Yeah. She ain't gotta never work again a day in her life.
Oh, they started a GoFundMe and they said in 10 hours she was almost like $1,000 away from the goal.
Man.
So much for liking the Trumps, right?
Hell yeah. Shit. Now, we know who it was. It wasn't nobody black that spit on him either.
No.
We know who it was, and that look, and that's all right with me.
Uh-huh.
Hey, but
You
you know what? You know what, VZ? That's what make the shit even sweeter. They doing that shit on their own.
exactly. You responsible for it, so you should have to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's only right that you take care of your own trash. Why should I come to your house and throw out your trash? It's your house. You need to throw out your trash. You brought that shit in here. You need to take that shit out.
Uh-huh.
You give me my check while we at
it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I was like, yeah, Trump, your kids ain't safe when they go out. I remember the time when he was campaigning, Ivanka and her kids got on a plane and some man spotted her on the plane and cussed her out. Woo! I'm loving that.
Shit, they not only his family, but anybody that got anything to do with him. Sarah Ugly Sanders,
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, definitely Sarah Ugly Sanders. Yeah, definitely.
What's the other punk? That's why what's her name was being so nice to me. Kellyanne Conway. She thought she was gonna get her moment when I walked up on her. But I know I go to jail and it's
Yeah.
I got to understand why Miss Manface Sanders getting her moment in.
Yeah. She gonna catch hell everywhere she go. She gonna catch hell. All right, y'all. 40% of the population in America believe we're already in a recession. And they said this next recession is going to be tougher than all of the other ones. And part of the reason why the country is going in a recession, they said, is because of Trump's trade war with China. And I believe it. So who's going to bring the country down faster than Trump? No one.
I believe it if they tell me it's a recession. Like I said, I was black and broke before the so-called recession. What difference do this make?
Right.
And what LVZ just said is their recession. We already been. We beneath the shit.
Yeah. And the thing is, remember when George Bush was in office? He didn't tell everybody it was a recession for a whole damn year. The country went into a recession, I believe, in 2007. He didn't say nothing until like 2008.
Exactly.
So, can't expect it to be truthful,
And real talk, the damn execs was too busy counting money.
Uh-huh.
That's what I was about to say.
Money after that whack ass bailout they did.
I was about to say they was too busy getting money for them to even notice a recession.
That's what I'm saying.
They was getting money. I ain't noticed a recession. I was getting money, you broke bitch. That's what they was saying.
Yeah. Did y'all hear about Charles Barkley and what he said about reparations?
Not surprised. I mean, he got cool written all over his resume, so I'm not surprised.
Charles is not for reparations. Are we surprised? Is anybody up in here surprised that Charles Barkley is not for reparations? Woo! This man.
I mean, my thing of it is, with all these damn athletes, they throwing up all these athletes up at these hearings. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like they really try to trick us into throwing all these athletes, cool ass athletes up there to do our speaking for us. We know what the hell they doing, Lisa.
Yeah.
And that big fat motherfucker. I got my reparations when they gave me a white woman in an NBA contract. I can rebound the balls. It's a difficult subject. No, it's a difficult subject, nigga. Is why is your fat ass feel impelled to comment on some shit you know nothing about? Okay. Charles Barkley is a fat, ignorant, idiotic fool who needs to keep his mouth closed on situations about the black community because he is so far removed from the black community, it makes no sense. He's a coon. That's not a part of the black community. He's a swirler. Not a part of the black community. He's a buck dancer. Not a part of the black community. And he's a rich athlete who talks about he's a metrosexual. There you go.
Yeah, remember this cross-dressing pictures, all these photos of him in a dress?
Exactly. Fuck that. No. Look, Charles Barkley is so far removed. That's why white people talk to him, because they know they're going to get the response that they're looking for.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all remember all these pictures of Charles Barkley in the dress? Took a whole bunch of pictures of himself in a dress.
Talk about he looking like Jennifer Hudson.
No. Yeah, more like the broke version.
That nigga look like Ernie Hudson.
Yeah, and this ain't the first time he cross-dressed. You see this one, he's in a different wig with lipstick on, eyeshadow. He
likes that. He likes that. He thinks
this before. Here he is.
Man, what an ugly ass wig that is. What the hell is that? What the hell is that? Chocolate and caramel mixed together?
That's
Uh-huh. Oh wow. Damn,
that Charles would have lost his mind.
Using ugly ass woman.
Ugly to the core. Hell no. Look at that.
Why is this big Bama running around dressed up in a wig?
I
Get that wig off your big, bald, stupid ass head.
I mean, shit, if I was a woman, I'd be embarrassed of the fact that he wore it. He wore it wrong.
Wow.
No, more like he was wrong for wearing it.
Yeah. Y'all. This is a disgrace. No, this man should never, ever speak for the Black community at all.
He only, from the looks of it, he should only speak for the LGBTQ.
Yeah, that's
Hey, that's a perfect ad for the trannies over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he is ugly. All right, y'all. It came out, and we already knew this. Most of us did. Trump and Melania's marriage is a sham. These two don't even sleep together or stay in the same quarters together. They live a very separate life.
Kind of proves what I've been thinking all along. She's married for the bag. If she did that.
It's called mail order bride, homie.
Yeah. Yeah. You hear the broken English she speaks in? So
yeah, you got the male part right. She's another fucking male.
Yeah. So they reportedly live separate lives. I knew something was up when he first came into office. She didn't come to Washington, D.C. for 6 months. I said she don't want to be there with him.
Nah, because she was fucking her boyfriend.
She did not want to be in Washington, D.C. with Trump at all. And they said, he don't seem to care that they live apart. He don't care at all.
Why you think you hate Mexicans so much?
So,
hey, with a Mexican man.
He probably sleeping with one of them old man-looking women that worked at his golf resort. Mannish-looking women.
Yeah, real talk. I think she'd tranny herself.
Well, I know that ain't the truth, KD.
Well, she kind of resembles Bruce Jenner just a tad bit.
That's after all this plastic surgery. Come on, we remember in the beginning, it's pictures of her with it busted wide open.
Yeah.
When she was younger, so she can't be a man. When I seen her ovaries.
Well, she had all of those lesbian still shots.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. She probably got girlfriend somewhere. She had all them lesbian shots and everything. Remember you showed the picture what she looked like before?
Yeah, she don't look nothing like herself now.
Yeah, KD, she looked like a man now because she did all that shit to her face.
That's why I can't tell.
Yeah, but they Russians. They already had strong faces. Then they gonna do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. All right. Now, Nancy Pelosi recently came out and slams the U.S. for ignoring obligations to humanity. Now, that doesn't include reparations and everything we've gone through. She's not talking about those obligations. She's talking about those migrants that drowned.
What? Yeah, and that's who we talking about too. The ones that drowned, that jumped off of slave ships, and the ones that made it here. We need obligations to humanity.
Yeah.
In response to the millions of photos of the kidnapped victims.
And the funny thing about this, Lisa, is that all this so-called humanity she claimed to care about is going to hybrids. Hybrid.
Well, first of all, KD, you know what? We were kidnapped. These people, they're coming by choice. And I don't know why this man got in the water with his daughter like that, and they both drowned. He tried to cross a river, the Rio Grande, and he drowned. I mean, that's how they drowned. So Nancy Pelosi had proposed that they give $4.6 billion to go towards the illegal immigrants. Now,
this just shows me one thing, Lisa. They are really trying hard to replace the Negro vote. They are really pressing hard for it.
yeah, but they're not going to get that from the illegals, KD. I think they're rubbing it in our face because of all the demands we're making for reparations.
Right.
You know, I think that's why they're doing it. You know, but yeah, he went in that water with his daughter and they ended up drowning. So because of that, oh, we need to push a bill for, here it is. Here's the bill. First come, first serve passes $4.6 billion in aid for migrants at the border. Okay, but when we ask for reparations, they can't seem to find the money. They don't know who it's going to go to. I mean, wouldn't you be even more confused about where the money's going to? A bunch of migrants that aren't even citizens here?
And then to think about the very so-called legal immigrants that are here. They're working here, sending the damn money back home to their country.
Yeah. They don't contribute much to the economy. And number two, they don't vote. In fact, Hispanics do not vote in this country like Black people do. Nobody, no group after us even vote nowhere near like us.
And that's my point. They sitting up here letting these motherfuckers in, letting them work in this damn country, and take the money right back over the damn border. So actually, they taking it.
Yeah, yeah. So I think it's like an in-your-face thing. You know, we ain't doing nothing for you Negroes, but here's some money for the illegals. Here's some money to make, you know, their stay in the detention centers a little better and, you know, make the conditions better for them. You know, in the meantime, remember, these illegals still got sanctuary cities, sanctuary counties, and sanctuary states.
And notice with everything you just mentioned, Lisa, we help pay for it.
Yeah, that was my biggest thing. It's going to be my tax dollars that help pay for that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like every other person that got reparations in the history of this country.
Exactly.
And in the world. They got it off our money, and now they're refusing to give it back. Man, if this ain't being punk, we look like a bunch of punk ass hoes. We got to get our shit together.
Yeah. Yeah. And we can't be out here giving people our vote that refuse to give us reparations. You know, and the bad part is I did a video on that and I had somebody in my comment section say, well, I do plan on voting. I think we should still vote. I was like, oh my goodness, some of our people are never going to wake up.
Just like Truro said in her video, if you're going to fuck around and be their friend, get the fuck out of our way. I'm sick of this, man. I'm sick of this. Like, okay, here's Lisa and everybody else pointing out the fact that we ain't got shit for these motherfuckers, but yet our tax dollars is helping everybody else but us.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how it's always been. So look, I guess they like, why complain now? They've been always done it to us. Oh, it's me.
I mean, they act like we fucking charity around here, but we shouldn't expect it back. Get the hell out of here with that.
Exactly. Everybody that made money off us, it's our turn. It's our turn. What Frank White say when he came in? A nickel bag gets sold in the park. I want in. You guys got fat while other guys starve. It's my turn.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, so I'm just tired of the whole thing. I just wish that, I wish some of these politicians would seriously drop dead. I really do.
I really wouldn't give a shit if they did. You know, I say, hey, bye, see you. Hold your nuts.
Yeah. Because I am sick of this whole thing. I really am.
Old ass Nancy Pelosi.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And like if they don't want to help us out, hey, Trump 2020, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, because nobody will destroy this joint quicker than him. That's for sure. Well, y'all, there is a dealership down in Alabama. If you come and purchase, you can tell this is in a rural white area. Listen to the title. If you come to their dealership and buy a new car, you get a free shotgun, Bible, and an American flag to every customer that purchases a vehicle. That's some perks right there. I just think this was funny. Where do you go and somebody is offering stuff like this for buying a car? There's gotta be a rural hick town.
Lisa, every black person should go there in a Kaepernick jersey. And
Yeah, I bet you he'll be out of everything. Oh, we ran out of that.
we ain't got no more cars, nigga. You ain't got no car. What fuck? What's that? I want that stinking Lincoln.
Yeah, I never seen nothing like this before in my life. You buy a car from them, you get a free gun, a free Bible, and a free American flag, y'all.
And Marlboro Red cigarettes. And
Chatham Ford dealership in Chatham, Alabama.
I mean, just think about this. A car and a flag both made from a foreign country. So they helping a foreign country.
The July.
The funny thing is, Lisa, they helping a foreign country while they claim to be American. What fools.
Yeah. Well, they're according to this, when you go to the dealership, you get the Bible, you get the flag, and you got to go to a local gun shop to get a Palmer, Cox, some kind of rifle. You get a free rifle.
I don't want nothing to talk about Palmer and Cox. What?
I know, this is some crazy shit right here. All right, now you know Trump was going to bomb Iran, and then 10 minutes before the military was going to go and do it, he called it off. Then what the U.S. did was they put a series of cyber attacks on Iran, and they also put more sanctions on Iran. And then on top of that, Trump said he wanted to talk to Iran. Iran said they ain't sitting down and talking nothing with Trump.
They say, you stupid pecker.
They called him retarded.
I don't want to speak to such a foolish man.
Yeah.
This motherfucker, he's stupid. We don't wish to speak to him.
Look, this is right here. Iran warned Tuesday that new U.S. sanctions targeting its supreme leader and other top officials meant closing the door of diplomacy, which means they are not talking to Trump, between Tehran and Washington amid heightened tensions, even as President Hassan Rouhani derided the White House as being afflicted by mental retardation. He said Trump's administration is afflicted with mental retardation.
You're right. He was looking at Sarah Huckabee Sanders. He says, clearly she has Down syndrome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they pretty much called Trump retarded. And
yeah, and shout out to the Iranian president because he got that shit all the way right.
Mm-hmm. Called him retarded.
Well, Iran always call out our dumbass president. Remember Mahmoud Ahmadinejad used to call out motherfucking Bush how stupid he was.
Yeah.
That Iran always had somebody. I used to listen to Ahmadinejad. Man, that man had a lot of realistic views to make his country better. But of course, the Peckerwoods ain't like him because he was giving the oil money to the people.
Yeah. Yeah. And he was calling them, what did we calling them? The Great Satan. That's what he was calling the U.S.
Yep,
Satan.
exactly. I said, look, and no true. I was like, well, he ain't lying. The white man is the devil. He knows. He knows. He knows who would be here with the great saying. You right.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Now this one, I actually kind of laughed at the story, and this woman confronted her son's bully. Her son was getting beat up by a bully. So she confronted this bully, and he beat her up and put her in a coma. This was a 13-year-old that put this grown-ass woman in a coma, y'all. A 13-year-old did this to her.
Damn.
And
bully for racially taunting her son.
yeah. Yeah. So this mother and her son got the ass whooping of a lifetime from a 13-year-old.
I wonder who whooped her ass.
That's what I'm wondering. A 13-year-old in her son's class.
A 13-year-old white boy?
No, I think this is another Hispanic boy.
Oh, okay. Is that a white woman?
No, this is a Hispanic woman. Her last name is Ruiz.
But it said reported a teen bully for racially taunting her son.
Yeah. So let me just go down here. Her last name is Ruiz, and this is in Passaic. Now, it's a large Hispanic population there in Passaic, New Jersey. So it says all Mexicans should go back behind the wall. So this is what they said. Let me just go down a bit. I'm not alone. And Diego Santana. Okay, so she lost consciousness after this kid beat her up. All right. I don't know if this is a white kid. Oh, no, it's an African-American kid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
oh, man.
Year-old suspect is African-American. So
because he might be a coon.
Yeah. So he beat up this woman and her son. Here she is. Beat her unconscious and beat up her son. Look, y'all laughing in the comments. And yeah.
He gave her a beat down, all right.
I mean, look, he may be one LBC, but he definitely fucked her up, man. That black eyes, woo.
So
look, but my problem is why he used the phrase "go behind the wall." We don't use that phrase.
No, we don't.
Only little coons use that phrase, y'all. Y'all gotta listen now. Listen to the verbiage. Yeah. That's why we thought this was a white guy. Black people don't use the phrase "go behind the wall."
No, we don't.
Only coons like and look, when we talk about beating up a mother and her son, believe it or not, remember during the Trump rally, the black dude that beat the shit out the other black dude? Yeah. I mean, shit out the white dude. He was the Trump supporter, the black dude.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just saying, listen to the verbiage.
Yeah. Well, he beat the brakes off of this. So I guess not unless they arrested him, which they probably did. Her son will probably get some more beat downs in school.
You know what's messed up? I hope his parents use their Trump stuff in court, because you see how they try to make it racially motivated.
Mm-hmm.
Like we run around beating up a whole bunch of Mexicans. No.
Yeah.
Well, coming to think of it, yeah, you're right. You're right about that. He wouldn't tell no damn Hispanics go over the fucking wall. So basically, he got to hold his own nuts now. Fuck you, homie.
Right, because normally, you know, when we tell you, man, go back across the border. Man, go back where you come from. But we won't tell you, go across no wall. We don't even say no stupid shit about no wall. Fuck a wall. Just go home.
Yeah.
You don't need no wall. Just go home. You don't need no wall. You just go the fuck home.
Yeah, he got arrested, y'all. Come on, this is a black kid in America.
Oh, yeah.
Damn right he got arrested. Yeah, he got arrested.
Hey, whoop this black ass. Look, he was like, I'm not like them. I told him go back across the wall. I said, hold on, motherfucker. And we telling you go back to Africa, nigga.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, he got arrested.
I hope he wasn't in school trying to be friends with a bunch of white kids.
I don't know. You never know if that was indeed the case.
Lisa, that shit just hit me. I hope he wasn't in school trying to be friends with a bunch of white kids and start trying to pick on them, thinking that they'll leave him alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, God. Please just be you was a little kid. Sometimes kids do shit.
Sure do.
But he damn sure beat the fajita rolls off her that mom.
He sure did. I mean,
man, he well one on her. Well one on her, I'll tell you.
Won't be no black beans in that house. Just black eyes.
Yeah. I think yeah, that's embarrassing. You know, you trying to stop bullying and you go up there and you get your ass handed back to you too, you know? You usually don't go down like that. Only in America, y'all. Only in America. All right, how many people watched? Did anybody watch the debates last night?
I heard about it.
Oh my goodness. That candidate, hold on, I'm going to stop this session here on sharing my screen. That candidate, Marianne Williamson, did y'all see her? She was like a damn flake. Did y'all see her?
But yeah, everybody was telling her because she threw out a number for reparations. Go support her. Go support her. I did hear that. I did hear that from some YouTubers.
Yeah. The thing is, you know, it was, I didn't understand what point she was trying to make when she was up there. She just kind of zonked off. I was like, wow, this woman is so out of place. Let me see if I can find a video of her talking, y'all. Hold on. Let me see.
Lisa,
Yeah.
that shit is all over the place. That bitch is crazy as a jaybird. I thought the bitch was high. I thought she was high. I said, hold up, bitch. You supposed to be up here talking about reparations. Why you talking about hugging the whole world?
Yeah. She didn't even.
But BG, I can't be all that surprised because she used to advise Oprah on this bullshit.
Man, look. Hey, I feel you, KB, but fuck that. You were supposed to be up there talking about reparations, not hugging the whole world. If I just wrap my arms around the whole world, I'll beat Donald Trump. What, bitch? Are you high, bitch?
I mean, this was embarrassing.
I had my doubts about her from day one. I never bought into that shit, even when she brought it up.
Rated Democrat.
All right, hold on. Let me share my screen because I
ain't buying to her. I listened to her and wanted to see what she was talking about, but she never came out or got no real press. Phil gave her some press.
Yeah.
Look, she did better on the Advise show than she did.
Yeah. She sure did. All right.
Democratic matchup in Nielsen history. And one of last night's stars didn't speak for the first 27 minutes. But when Marianne Williamson finally got her moment, people noticed.
My first call is to Prime Minister of New Zealand, who said that her goal is to make New Zealand the place where it's the best place in the world for a child to grow up. And I will tell her girlfriend you were so on, because the United States of America is going to be the best place in the world for a child to grow up. I'm going to harness love for political purposes. I will meet you on that field, and sir, love will win. But if you think we're going to beat Donald Trump by just having all these plans, you got another thing coming. Because he didn't win by saying he had a plan. He won by simply saying, make America great again.
Now, as the debate ended, it was Marianne Williamson who led the Google search trends. The only other top two candidates in the top 10 search results were John Hickenlooper at number 6 and Senator Kirsten Gillibrand at 8.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Fruitcake for real. This woman is a fruitcake.
This bitch talking about.
Go ahead, man.
Hey, she was talking about some S&M shit, a love harness. What are you talking about? That's some different shit. You want to wear a love harness?
Yeah.
That sounds like some freak body stuff right there.
For those that don't know, she is the reason that Oprah was speaking all that new age bullshit. She's the reason for it.
Wow. Yeah, she didn't come off well at all. I mean, she really didn't. She seemed like she was so out of place on that stage. It's not even funny.
I mean, speaking all this, and then the irony about it, Lisa. Wait a minute, what the fuck is her color again? She's a pale face. What the fuck does she know about love?
Well, she just sounds weird to me.
Yeah.
I don't know what she was trying to make. I really don't. I don't know what point she was trying to make.
I know one of them thing. She can be Oprah's spiritual advisor, but she for reparations and Oprah not. So fuck that.
Yeah. But I mean, everybody's right. Her chances of being president is, whatever.
Yeah, that bitch talking about harness and love and wearing ankle bracelets and dollars.
She spoke reparation for 5 minutes and then that shit was gone because I ain't hear none of that.
They said she didn't speak for the first 27 minutes. They was ignoring her ass up there.
Yeah.
Well, now I saw the clips. Why?
Yeah.
I saw the clips. Why?
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't understand what point she was trying to make. I'm going to call New Zealand and tell them you're wrong. America's the #1 best place to raise a child.
What?
I don't think I want my president wasting their time with that kind of conversation.
Yeah, fuck is you calling New Zealand fucking with them for? Bitch.
I think real talk.
Go ahead, Katie.
I think she's one of these hug everybody bitches that think automatically that love's gonna turn over magically. Whatever that bullshit they talk about.
I know this, KD. If I was the motherfucking president of New Zealand, I'd hang up my phone and be like, bitch, if you don't get the fuck off my phone with this stupid shit.
Yeah, I would fuck her ass.
Hey, Beezy, she gonna sit up there and call about, hey, can I have a hug with you?
Nah, no, KD. That bitch said she gonna call her in New Zealand and say, you wrong. Our school, this is a better place to live than where you live. I'm like, bitch, you just gotta let me go sit your dumb ass down.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what she's talking about. She just sounds like an airhead to me.
She gonna call every country asking the hug.
Nah, talking about this place better to live for a kid than when you. What?
I can see it now. She gonna call all of them asking for a hug and then
she gonna call North Korea, tell Kim Jong-il, you are wrong, boyfriend. This is a better place to live. This is my phone, bitch.
I can see her on the phone with him right now. Kim, you have anger issues, and I just want to come and hug you. Embarrassing.
He ain't gonna lock that bitch up just like he did his motherfucking brother, sister, mother, cousin.
And then Kim Jong-il gonna talk about some bitch if you don't get the fuck away from me.
that's what I can hear her saying. Oh, you got anger issues. I think you need a hug.
Yeah, we need to discuss love.
Is this bitch crazy?
We can heal your issues with love.
Yeah. Everything cleared up with love.
Oh, we can solve our problem with love and hugs.
Yeah. That's exactly where she's coming from. It's embarrassing.
Oh my gosh.
It's embarrassing. Yeah.
Oh, I can't get enough of this. Woo.
You know.
That's that crazy love and hug bitch. Remember them crazy love and hug bitches that be in the middle of the street say, "Oh, we need a hug."
I tell you what, she come to me for a hug. I'm gonna give her a big old black eye. That'll be my verdict.
Oh shit! Yeah, I think she one of them, Lisa.
Yeah, she's flaky. I no defense, but that is not the person I would vote for. I'm really embarrassed. I mean, I know she got a stance on reparations, but you can see what happens when that bitch opens her mouth.
And quite honestly, do any of us want to receive a reparation check from her, even if the shit was possible?
No, I wouldn't want anything from her.
I mean, she gonna fuck around and attach a letter of love and hugs and all this other bullshit.
Next thing,
I'm hug the enemy. I'm like, hey, no, bitch, I ain't hugging the fucking enemy. Just give me my money. Run the bag, bitch.
Next thing you know, she'll be in everybody's face talking about you don't need reparations. You just need a hug.
I just thought about it. Maybe that's her idea of reparations. Fucking hugs and shit.
Damn hug, you know? No, I don't.
Nah, at least she had some money for that. The problem was the bitch forgot about the money for that.
No, I don't think she gonna have the money on this one, bro. I don't think so.
Come on now, stop it. You laughing too hard and neglecting what the facts was in the beginning. She was the only person, I quote, the only person in the beginning to come up with a number. It was low.
Yeah, it was low.
But she came up with a number when other people was giving zero. Now, if she got on stage and stuck to that, it would have been fine. But when she just went out of left field and started talking this crazy shit, it made her look like a goddamn idiot. And there's no coming back from that.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. She did throw out the number, but I didn't hear any of that in that clip.
Yeah. They didn't talk about reparations. They didn't even talk about it
at all. They made sure they skipped it, but like they said, they hate the idea of that.
Yeah, they do. And I wasn't expecting them to ask that question. I knew, quite frankly, they were going to avoid reparations. I knew they were.
Only time they're going to deal with that question, y'all, is in a town hall. They never going to have to deal with that in one of these, what you would call media setup events like these debates. Because let's keep it funky. KD, you know this. Who owns most of these motherfucking media corporations? The same
the damn enemy. I was just thinking about that.
Right. But them the same people who gonna have to pay the most for reparations.
Right.
So why are they gonna put on their platform? They gonna tell Rachel Maddow, "Hey, ask about reparations." Fuck no.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, they gonna tell Rachel Maddow, "Bitch, if you mention reparations, we'll fire you."
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I was just thinking of that because NBC hosted a debate, and most of NBC is the fucking enemy. So that, yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah, but what we gotta remember is the enemy is who owes us reparations. Yeah. So why would they put on their platform about, like I said, notice when that reparation shit come up in town halls. when it's not as controlled.
Right. Yeah.
But these are questions that the corporation is asking corporate motherfuckers. How you gonna serve the corporation? Reparations ain't in the plan for the corporation for real. We know that, at least not for us.
Right. Right. I agree with that. But, you know, I'm not too surprised. I kind of knew they were going to avoid that. They don't even like the fact that it's coming up, you know, and I even did my video on Dianne Feinstein that said that we need to shut the fuck up about reparations. Okay.
How about that bitch roll over and die? How about that?
Yeah. That's what she pretty much said, that we need to be silent on reparations. We don't need to be talking about that. That's what she said.
And we gonna tell that
old horse face Botox bitch. She need to really fall back.
Yeah, first of all, that small hat devil bitch. She need to you know what? She right. We gonna stop talking about it to her, and we gonna stop showing up at the polls too.
Yeah.
Sit my big ass down, big black ass down, and not do a damn thing for him.
Well, she's 85 years old. I mean, do you think an 85-year-old woman should even be in the Senate? She should have been retired by now. She needs to go sit down.
I mean, she should be busy catching her own damn breath, the little breath she got left.
Yeah. I mean, that old hag need to go somewhere and retire. That's all I'm saying. She need to retire. I mean, I think there should be a cutoff point for many of these people. You know, this is why the country can't move forward. You got all these old ass has-beens that are still trying to hang on to a seat instead of letting, you know, people from the younger generation come in and try to take over those seats. They don't want that.
And Lisa, they fighting even amongst each other. The young crowd in that party and the old crowd, they fighting each other right now. AOC and them, even though they all heated this shit, they fighting each other on this shit, tearing each other apart.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I agree. I'm just tired. You know, I'm just tired of these people sitting in there, because this is why nothing can get done in this country. Even in the Black Congressional Caucus, you got a ton of people in their damn 70s sitting in there that really need to just retire already. And I was wondering why, how John Lewis, how he got elected over and over all through the years. And the reason why is because he's going unopposed. Nobody is running against John Lewis. So you mean to tell me in the big city of Atlanta, there is no one that wants to run against John Lewis?
That bridge, that blood I left on that bridge in Selma.
Yeah, the same dude that cried for Hispanics.
That shit, when Tariq played that shit on his joint, I start laughing every time I hear he say, that blood I smelled on that bridge in Selma. They whooped, look, that ass whooping they gave him made him scared of white people to this day.
Yeah.
That's an ass whooping.
It sure is. Yeah. You know, but you got, I think Maxine Waters is 80. And then I think John Lewis is in his 70s. James Clyburn, I believe he's in his 70s. I mean, that's the kind of people you got in the CBC.
Yeah, the so-called CBC, because they working for everybody else but us.
Yeah.
Those are the congressional black corpses.
Yeah. You know, and I think it's wrong that, you know, you have so many people that once they reach a certain age, they want their, you know, just out of pure greed, they want to hang on to them damn seats. You know, I really think they need to make some of these people retire. I mean, 85 years old and you're still sitting in the Senate? No, no. I mean, yeah, I think it's wrong. I think there should be a cutoff time, for these old heads to move out the way and let the younger generation come in there and take those seats. That's why you're never going to have no fresh ideas coming out of the Congress or the Senate.
Hell no.
Well, that's an idea right there. For those political activists out there, maybe they should run against these damn coons.
Yeah, well, like I said, many of them are going unopposed. And I was looking at even James Clyburn. I was like, how the hell is this man getting in there all the time? Same thing. He's running unopposed.
And motherfuckers, you know why? He doing that same John Lewis shit. I'm tired of these old ass Negroes. I was around when Dr. King was marching for freedom.
And you know the fucked up thing about it? They go with that bullshit I have a dream speech. When they should be going with the 1967 version of it.
No, that's not the Dr. King they like. Look, they want to let you know that they march with Dr. King for freedom so they can get white man's money and black man's vote.
Right.
And
that's why I mentioned the 1963 bullshit speech.
Yeah. They don't care nothing about the speech. They just like to talk about the march. They don't talk nothing about the speech.
Yeah.
We mention the speech because they mention the march because it happened here. So we normally correlate the two. If you listen to them talk, they never mention I have a dream. Only people that do that are Republicans.
Mm-hmm.
These white folks the coons do this, KD. They say Dr. King wouldn't have wanted you to fight. Oh, Dr. King had so many ways he was nonviolent. That's what black people say. What white people say is, I have a dream. What black people say to validate him is, I walked with Dr. King when he made that fateful trip to Washington.
Mm-hmm. And as far as I have a dream, the only reason why they keep raising that, y'all, because white folks don't know any other speech that King made. I mean, let's be real. They really don't know.
Exactly. And the black folks that do know the other speeches know that really wasn't his best speech. So they don't bring it up for real.
Yeah.
They just bring the symbolism, the march.
Right.
That's what I'm about to say. But they keep talking about how they was at the march. Motherfucker, but you didn't get shot in the neck.
Right. Or they'll lie. I've even had a couple of them. My uncle walked with Dr. King. Yeah, no, he didn't. You old lying racist shit. Your uncle probably was on the sideline throwing the bottles and bricks.
Yeah, he the one that shot at him in Chicago. Look, that shit. Look, your uncle probably did walk with Dr. King and was snitching on him the whole time.
Yeah, your uncle was walking with him, probably one of them cops that slapped them handcuffs on him.
Man, Dr. King was surrounded by snitches.
He was.
Because he wanted to be nonviolent. He was surrounded by snitches and weak-ass niggas. Andrew Young, John Lewis, Messy Jesse Holden. Look, Joe Biden went to visit Jesse Jackson today. I looked at that shit on the news. I was rolling around in the floor, giggling my motherfucking ass off, trying to figure out what 6 black people under the age of 65 was there. And every picture in there, it was Jesse Jackson, Joe Biden, some white woman, some old ass black man. I said, yeah, because ain't no black people still following Jesse Jackson.
No. In fact, I didn't see him for years. I think then he popped up, I think, around Trayvon Martin's murder. He popped up and that. I didn't see him for a long time.
Yeah, he's still running that bullshit Rainbow Coalition.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if he's running that anymore. I don't know. It's not like I follow Jesse Jackson. I don't follow his ass.
Right, that's what I was saying. Who listening to this old washed up? I said, man, white folks still believe if you go to Jesse Jackson, you'll get the black vote.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that is funny. But I don't know. I don't know what they believe. I don't be talking to them like that.
Them motherfuckers really didn't pay attention to what happened at them riots with Mike Brown.
Mm-hmm.
When them black people chased Jesse ass out of there.
I remember that. Ooh,
think about it.
That.
You know what? That's what I'm about to say, Lisa. You know why you ain't seen them? Because every time something happened, the first thing the brothers did was chase Jesse and Al out of there. They did it in Baltimore. They did it in Ferguson. Whenever they look, they said, we don't want your ass to come.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I know a couple of times, what was it? Which one was it? Walter Scott? It was one of them where somebody got killed and they said, we don't want Al Sharpton or Jesse Jackson down here. They came right out and said it.
That shit happened on Mike Brown too.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about the guy? You talking about the guy that got shot in Minnesota, or is it somewhere else?
They told him they ain't want him out there.
Yeah.
They told him they ain't want him in Minnesota too. That's why you haven't been seeing them. They've been getting chased off the scene, low key.
Yeah. Yeah, they sure have. Because I remember when they were showing up and people did not want them there. Because, you know, all they are is they're going to pacify you and talk you out of doing anything. We're going to, I know y'all peaceful protest. And, you know, and those protests really didn't do anybody any good. It's not like we protested and the race soldiers stopped shooting us. They still shooting us more than ever.
I noticed something. Ever since they got ran out, I think the number of protesters went down. Ever since they got ran up out of there. I noticed that lately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, the what's that? John Lewis got his ass whooped. And so yeah, that's the only story John Lewis ever tells is when he got his ass beat.
Every time.
Every time he get in front of a mic, he's talking about his beat down on
right.
his bridge.
How he get married? He kept telling them about the time he got his ass. What type of nigga? What type of nigga every time you see him? He tell you about the time he got his ass whooped.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard for me to feel sorry for his wife after she met his weak ass.
That's probably what he lays in bed on her. Oh, honey, let me tell you about when I got beat on the bridge.
Like King William said, that was a memorable beat, man. He can't tell you shit his mother said, but he can remember that ass whooping on that bridge.
He sure can.
I don't give a fuck how severe I got my ass whooped. I'll never tell my woman that shit. Never.
See, he ain't just telling his woman, bro. He telling the world.
He built his whole political career on that ass beating, boy. That's what he did.
Hey man, he more famous than Jerry Cooney for one ass whooping.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry Cooney became famous because Larry Holmes whipped his ass.
I mean, my goodness, the man is in his 70s. I mean, you would think nothing else happened in John Lewis' life all the way up until now other than that ass beating. That's almost like his life.
Talk about nothing else, Lisa. He don't never list his accomplishments.
No.
What he did, he just talk about how his ass got kicked.
Yeah, you would think that he'd been in Congress now for quite a few decades.
Right.
Would have a lot of things to talk about, but he just keep going back to that.
Right. He can't talk about no bills he passed, no homeless kids he helped, But he can talk about the time he got that ass kicked from dust to dawn.
That's all that man talk about.
At least that ass whooping like Jinko Balaba make your memory good. He got a Jensen ass whooping.
Crack, because it's almost like a record where he's got to skip it and keep going back and talking about his ass whooping.
I think real talk. I think he gonna take that shit to his grave.
Yes, he probably already got it set where they gonna have that on his tombstone.
It's gonna be a picture of that police clubbing the shit out of him and grabbing him by that backpack.
You know how they got pictures of people on their tombstone? They gonna have John Lewis curled up on the ground, and they have the caption, the whole story about how.
Oh Lord!
With 5 cops on him, just stopping the shit out of him. Look, Nike prints on his back.
They probably gonna have to have about 5 tombstones just get the whole story written on there.
Motherfucking dress shoe print on the front of his fucking dome.
Hey, KD, Nike gonna make a new commercial with a picture of John Lewis getting his ass whooped. And they gonna play it. It's gonna be called the Nike Beatdown.
Sneaker coming out.
The Nike Beatdown.
Hey, LVZ, the sneaker will be black and blue.
Hey, listen, the Billy heels. Black and blue shoes with Billy clubs on the heels and shit. The shoe that beat down. If John Lewis had a pair of these, his ass would be so severe.
Yeah, and it'll have a symbol of the Edmund Pettus Bridge on the sneaker.
Yeah, on the tongue. Had that right on the tongue. Listen, the Edmund Pettus Bridge.
Hey, but you know what? The picture of the shoebox might represent the bridge he got his ass whooped on.
No, the picture on the shoebox is going to be that image of him with a big old black eye.
Hey, I'm about to say it could be a silhouette like the Jordan joke with him fucked up on the It'll be that Jordan silhouette joke. I know. Look, we need to write Nike the air beat down. I can see the commercial now. They're gonna be playing. Punch jump up to get beat down.
Yeah. Like I said,
Punch jump up to get beat down.
the color of the box and the shoes are going to be black and blue, and Brazillo is going to have a big old baseball bat, and right next to it, just do it. Oh man!
Gotta be South pay them Nike Air ass whoopings. In honor of John Lewis. That brother I lost on that bridge in Selma.
And not a damn penny gonna go to his foundation either.
Yeah. He don't know how to talk about nothing other than that beatdown. I'm telling you, the man made a whole goddamn career out of it.
Uncle said he been on that bridge for 50 years and can't get off. Yeah, August, baby. No bullshit. Look, nigga, all that, look, if the longest he been on that bridge, somebody would have threw him the fuck off for holding up traffic.
I know, right? Oh, man, that's embarrassing. That's absolutely embarrassing.
That's supposed to be a civil rights leader. A nigga who keep reminding you how bad he got fucked up. Hey, look, we know that's some bullshit. That's not no black leader. Everybody else got leaders that did brave shit or dubious crazy shit. They gonna give us a leader who's a leader because he got his ass whooped real bad.
Yeah. He led to his own ass whooping. Great job.
Right. Yeah, you're not gonna give me a guy who stood there and he stood there and let his ass get whooped, and then we supposed to celebrate that ass whooping. No.
So, I mean, that's the fucking irony of it, LVZ. We supposed to celebrate that shit according to him.
Right. No. Look, we never looked at the Thriller in Manila or the Rumble in the Jungle and salute Joe Frazier for getting his ass whooped by Ali, or salute George Foreman for getting knocked out by Ali. And they was doing a way better job than John Lewis. At least they was fighting back when they was getting their ass whooped.
You gotta see this one. Hold on, I gotta share the screen since we on John Lewis. Hold on. Okay. All right. Here we go. All right, y'all. Here, y'all can see my screen, right? Can y'all see the screen?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
An unlikely reunion for these two men, Congressman John Lewis and Elwyn Wilson.
Oh my God.
Knew the other's identity. They met, if you can call it that, 40 years ago. In a very fist and proud protest. Lewis, then a freedom rider for Dr. King, arrived May 9th, 1961, and was pummeled by Wilson, who for years has been working his way toward this moment.
I'm sorry for what happened down there. Well, it's okay. It's all right. It's almost 48 years ago. That's right. Yeah. So remember that day well? I try to get it out of my mind. Mm-hmm.
Did you ever imagine this moment?
I never thought that this would happen. It says something about the power of love, the power of grace, and the power of people to be able.
Oh, it say something about the power of a billy club, nigga.
Going back those 48 years, not easy for either of them.
We tried to enter a so-called white waiting room, and the moment we started through the door, a group of young men attacked us.
You helped beat up Representative Lewis.
Help. I didn't have no help.
Oh, Lord!
It was all you.
Yeah.
There were so many incidents he now recounts with shame.
I had a black baby doll in the house, and I had a little rope, and I tied it to a limb and let it hang there.
You can see the glee on his face after he hit this man with an egg, fighting to keep blacks out of the local diner. Over the years, he'd revisit the diner, haunted, knowing he'd done wrong. One of his buddies, deeply religious, posed the question that would finally set his soul on a different course.
He said, if you died right now, do you know where you would go? I said, to hell.
And then, as Elwyn Wilson watched Barack Obama become president,
I didn't vote for him, but I'm glad he's there. And I've prayed for him.
And so for weeks now, Wilson has been apologizing all around town and then in Washington. The sudden transformation overwhelming to Wilson's son, Christopher.
He was really a hard person to deal with growing up. I always told him that, we're all the same.
And what now?
I want to love people, regardless of what color.
A 5-decade journey from the evil of bigotry to the power of redemption.
We gather because we have chosen hope.
That, as much as any other change in our country, clearly answers the hopes of Dr. King and his followers.
For you to come here today, and it's amazing. Maybe others will come forth, and because there need to be this healing. Well, it's like I said, if one person comes forward and says the same thing I did, this is all worth it. Good to see you, my friend.
Okay.
Good to see you.
So he forgave the man that beat his ass.
That is totally fucking disgusting. This nigga sit here up here and run his motherfucking mealy mush mouth and go sit up here and say some shit like this says something about the power of love. No, nigga. It say something about the power of that billy club upside your big cone ass head, you big empty head coon.
I just caught something. I just caught something that the moderator said. He said that he was proud of the ass whooping he gave to that fucking coon.
And he still was. And look, he said that it took somebody saying he knew he was gonna go to hell, so he gonna fake. I didn't vote for Barack Obama, but I'm glad he's there. So the easiest shit you could have did to try to prove you not a Peckerwood, you couldn't even pass that test. He's still a Peckerwood. Of course, talk about, he gonna ask him, do you remember that day when you fucked me up?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm finna sit in front of nobody's face who just whooped my ass and ask him, do you remember how bad he fucked me up that day?
Yeah.
I just remembered something. That dude said he voted for Obama. Wasn't that fucking clown McConnell said that was a part of our so-called reparations?
He didn't say he voted for Obama. You didn't listen, KD. He said he didn't vote for him, but he glad he was there.
Right. He did not vote for Obama.
Well, I thought I must have mixed that up because I thought he said he did.
No. But did you see his son? His son looked like something from Deliverance.
Yeah, his son looked at him and said, I don't know what the fuck got into him. Now all of a sudden he's regretting beating this nigger upside the head. All my life he told me about how he whacked the shit out John Lewis, and I knew it was true because John Lewis kept reminding me how my daddy whipped his ass on that bridge. Now he wants to hug all Negroes. I just don't understand it. He can certainly change. Look, he snitched on himself with that look on his face. He looked like every Confederate soldier sitting there. Then he went, my daddy is a hard man. I mean, well, I guess I was hard too, but I mean, we're both the same. In other words, I'm a white supremacist too.
Yeah.
Why is he hugging Negroes? And
he got that look on his face like, why did my daddy bring me here to watch him hug a Negro?
You know what? It sounds like that fucking. Go ahead.
I didn't say anything, Katie. What were you going to say?
No, what I was going to say is this sounds like that situation that fucking KKK apologist coon done did. Exactly the same situation.
This motherfucker, this big head motherfucker. Remember, he said choosing the vote for Barack Obama over Hillary Clinton was the hardest thing he ever had to do in his life. The white lady says, Senator, even harder than when you got your face busted. She said, Senator, your head was cracked open. He said, but choosing against Hillary Clinton, people who are my friends, like family, this was harder. What? So it was harder to vote for Super Predator Clinton. It was hard to choose against the Super Predator,
right,
Hillary, than choose the coon that nobody really knew, Barack Obama.
Right. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah.
That nigga John Lewis you know what, that is one of the most prolific ass whoopings in the history of American law. Lisa, it's right up there with when Floyd beat it's right up there when Floyd beat McGregor and Ali knocked out Foreman.
Yeah.
right there is that ass whooping that white man gave John Lewis.
That is embarrassing. I'm sorry. You beat my behind. Ain't sitting down with you nowhere. Okay, I'm just not.
Right, and then hugging you, talking about I can't believe this day would happen. Thank you for showing up after you whooped on my ass and then locked me up. Locked me up after you whooped on my ass.
And then still had the audacity to say, I was proud of whooping your ass. Right in front of you.
For a long time, I was proud of what I did. Then social media told the whole world who I was, and it started affecting my life. So now I've got to fake like I like you now. That's what this whole thing about. Social media changed people's life, ladies and gentlemen.
Sure does.
Like I can look today, a friend of mine who hadn't seen one of his daughters since we was like in our early 20s. He ain't seen his daughter in damn near 20 years.
Wow.
I said, man, you never told me your ex-girl's name. I never knew her whole name. He told me her whole name. I found her in 2 minutes and sent it to her. We're gonna go see his daughter for the first time next week. He was like, man, you did it in 2 minutes. I didn't know it was this easy. I said, social media, unfortunately, now you can find anybody you want.
Yeah, very true.
And that's what happened. I'm guaranteeing you, the dude who whooped John Lewis' ass, that picture keep coming up. And you can see his face clearly. And people getting to know who he is now. Back in the day, he hid under anonymity. We never knew who that cop was.
Right. Yeah.
So that was his motivation, KD. That's why he came out of the closet and act like, oh, I'm in love with black people. No. They fucking with his pension probably because he a racist, and they fucking with his family, so he got to make it look like, no, I'm not that racist, so he can work at the Walmart now.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, he was just freeing his guilty mind. It was really more for him than John Lewis.
Well, it was a pathetic attempt because he did put on a hell of an act.
Right. That was a terrible performance, KD. I saw right through that shit. Seriously, he didn't say like he had no remorse to me.
No, he didn't.
And then throughout the whole process, he showed no damn emotion, none.
Thank you, cause look, KD, this the thing that I noticed the most about it, bro. He said, John Lewis coon ass said, so do you remember that day? And what the white man say? I try to get it out of my mind. In other words, I don't think about it that much. He ain't go, man, I regret what I did since the day I did it. Somebody that's remorseful, they not gonna say they try to get it out their mind. Look, that's the shit Jeffrey Dahmer say after he eats a man. You know that's murder. I try to get it out of my mind.
Yeah, right.
Right, look at King Rage, you know what I'm talking about? He enjoyed whooping his ass. He tried to get that part out of his mind because he know that's wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, these motherfuckers, they say, PTSD, that ass whooping, yeah.
Yeah.
Post-traumatic Sambo disorder. He got his ass whooped to Samboism to the 3rd degree.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Boy, y'all. All right, y'all. We're going to get off of here now. But we'll definitely do this again because I still got a bunch of articles for us to go over the next time.
Bet. Let's get
I bet you do. A lot more foolery to come.
Yeah, there's so many things going on now. So many things.
Bet.
All right.
All right, VZ. All right, Lisa.
All right.
With y'all.
Shalom, y'all. Love y'all.
And shalom to everybody in the chat, and enjoy the rest of your night.
Shalom to the fam. Much love, y'all.